All
Jeremy,
right.
good to see you. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks so much for having me. Thank you.
There's a lot at play with Return to Silent Hill. Like, I feel like there's so many things we could talk about. I mean, I guess the thing that I kind of want to talk about that's not kind of your typical, about video game adaptation horror is like you're alone for a lot of this film, right? And I
Oh, I
feel
know
like
it. Yeah, don't I know it? Don't I know
so
it? Yeah.
it's
I
interesting.
have to
So
say,
I
like,
want to know.
I would be like looking forward to days where there would be another actor on set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Is that kind of like overwhelming? Is it intimidating? Like before kind of knowing that you're gonna have like a lot of scenes just you?
Do you know what? It's just not as fun. Like, I got into this business because I liked actors. I just found them really fun people. And but the best thing, I mean, the best thing about acting is getting to do acting for a job, but also the best thing is hanging out with actors and having a laugh in between takes. So yeah, it was a bit lonely, if I'm honest. And also it was quite a depressing, dark uh, headspace to have to go to for this role. So I was kind of just sort of in that headspace for a long time.
Yeah,
Um, and
absolutely.
yeah, so whenever Hannah, Emily Anderson, or the actors like Evie Templeton came to set, I would be yeah, sort of manically excited and just wanting to play games the whole time.
Absolutely. Were there conversations with Christophe like before filming about the immersive component of it? Because that was like my favorite thing about the film, how immersive. Like I felt like I was like in the game again, right? Like, and I'm wondering, were there conversations specifically about the immersive components of the film?
I think what so whenever me and Christoph spoke before filming, it turned into a real nerdy chat of just two people who loved the game and just wanted to discuss all the different sort of metaphors and different meanings that everything had. And we just both sort of ended up nerding out about the game. I mean, Christoph is probably the biggest fan of the game I've ever met. I mean, he would turn all the lights off in his house so it's completely dark and play it, full volume for 12 hours straight and stuff like that. So, I used to do sort of similar things, but not quite to the level of him. So most of us, we both just loved the game. So, and the thing that we loved about the game, and the thing that I remembered most was this melancholic atmosphere that it had, this kind of real depressing kind of I don't know. It's like the same reason that we listen to sad music. It's sort of it's a safe space to sort of feel all those emotions and as a teenager that definitely really appealed to me. So yeah, we both loved that about the game, and then I think both wanted that to be a big part of the movie.
Whenever you work on something that is, a continuation or an adaptation of something that existed before, there is this kind of push and pull and tug of war a little bit in terms of research and preparation, in terms of how much preparation are research are you going to do with the original source material, or are you going to kind of leave it alone a little bit? Because at the end of the day, this is Return to Silent Hill, the movie, right? Based on the video games, but it's not the video game. You were part, of course, of, you've done this before with like Outlander being part of like kind of like another kind of version in the universe of Outlander. What is that kind of relationship when you're on something that is based on something that existed before? I'm curious about that.
So I went back to the game
Yeah.
looking for some things to use.
Yeah.
And actually, in a way, it sort of had the opposite effect on me because I was playing it and going, oh, the character's quite sort of, he's quite bland. He's a bit of a blank, he's a blank canvas because you, as the player, when you're playing him, you're interacting as him. So you are feeling the emotions that character is meant to feel. For a movie, it's the other way around. You need to see the person going through what they're going through, and their reactions are then making you feel what you're meant to be feeling. So it's quite different in that respect. So I watched it and went, okay, well, look, I'm actually going to have to. How do I make this guy have a much larger emotional range and give him some much more depth and really heighten those emotions so that it's going to be interesting to watch and that people will believe that it's a real person in the movie. There were also, I mean, there were some bits that I did want to take. Like I remember one of the things that I really remembered was the scene at the rest stop where James is touching his face in the mirror, and I wanted to make sure I got that right. But it was more about finding little moments like that rather than trying to copy the character because I think if I'd copied the character, I don't think it would have worked for the film.
No, absolutely. And you were so good, by the way, in the film. Congratulations. Like,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
amazing. And no, but like the immersive component, like I felt like I was there, you know what I mean? Which is really, really cool. Last quick question. I mean, people are going to be able to see it in theaters. It's so exciting because I remember the first Silent Hill when I was a kid. I went to go see it in theaters and got to do it again with this one. It's cool to think about the fact that you're going to have, the fans of the video game going to see this, but you're also going to have horror movie fans going to see it. How exciting is that to have a lot of different types of people going to see this film?
That's great. I mean, I am one of those video game fans, so yeah, it's very cool. Like I said, I took the job because I thought teenage me would think it was cool. So yeah, it's very cool, and yeah, it's got some passionate fans. This movie, so it'd be very interesting to see what they think. I mean, we're never going to please everyone, but
Mhm.
it's an adaptation. This is Christophe's vision of how this game gets turned into a movie, and I think once you're on board, I think you'll have a good time.
Absolutely. I can't wait for people to see Return to Silent Hill in theaters. Jeremy, it was an honor and privilege to speak with you. Thank you so much for your time.
So much, man. Appreciate it. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.